Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Janice Joseph, and today we're going to be talking about the importance of sleep for our children and the importance of sleep for us as parents. When our kids are sleeping, they are growing, mind and body, they are growing. All those neurotransmitters that have taken on all that information throughout the day, they are firing at night. And sometimes our kids can't get to sleep and they have trouble falling asleep. These are the kids that need that extra glass of water. They need that one more story read. They're coming out of bed constantly to come and see you, and they need you, and they're scared, and they have excuse after excuse, and you as a parent putting them to sleep really just want them to go to sleep so you can get some time to yourself. I understand that. I had a child that would not sleep and did all of these things. So what I chose to do with him is before we went to bed, we would unload the day. And when I say unload the day, I mean he would talk to me about what happened during the day, because he was the type of child that when I'd pick him up from school, like, did you have a good day today at school? Yep. What did you do? I don't know. It was always the shrugging of the shoulders and I don't know, and they can't remember. So by the time that I was putting him to sleep, all of those things that had happened throughout the day, all of the friends that he'd play with, the lessons that he had learned, all of the things that he was doing, they sat there in his brain and in his mind. And so there was absolutely no way that he could shut off and go to sleep. So it was a great practice to sit with him. And then I would talk to him about, did you play with this person? Did you talk to this person? Did you do this? Did you do that? And then all of a sudden the floodgates opened, and then he was talking, and then we had these great conversations, and I would allow him to talk it to death, to satiate the conversation completely so that there was nothing left in his mind. Because when some kids go to sleep, that the movie reel of the day is going on, and it's going round and round and round and round in their head, and they're lying there and their eyes are bugging and they can't think and they can't sleep. There's too much going on. There's far too much stimulation, and that stimulation is definitely coming from them, and it's their day that they have in their head. So really good practice before you go to bed. Sit down with your child, talk about the day, get it all emptied, and then they have a better way of falling asleep. I always suggest to my parents to begin your morning at night. So this means with your child, you are choosing their clothes. What do you want to wear tomorrow? Give them a couple of choices. Do you want to wear this? Do you want to wear that? Perfect. Okay, we're going to set that out. Have a little basket in the room, and that I'm not talking anything extravagant. Dollar store basket. Just go grab a basket, put from underwear, socks, pants, shirts, dresses, anything that you want in this bag. This is what your child is choosing. This is what their morning is going to look like. They chose these clothes. Awesome. So you have that set aside. And then have your child think about, what do you want for breakfast? Do you want cereal? Do you want eggs? Do you want toast? What do you want? So whatever they choose, we're going to get the bowl ready. We're going to get the plate ready. We're going to put the peanut butter out. We're going to get the eggs that are going to get boiled. We're going to put them in the water, in the pot, have it ready for the morning. So no surprises are happening in the morning. Everything is done. And then you set out the plan for your child. Most children need a plan. You're going to tell them we're going to get up. We're going to have breakfast. After breakfast, you're going to wash faces, brush teeth, get dressed, and then, you'll have a little bit of free time, maybe about 5 minutes of free time. Then we're going to get in the car and go. Always give a plan. That helps the children to understand what happens next, and it really supports their learning and getting ready. So you're not running around the house and screaming and yelling, and you're not ready, and you don't have your sock on, and where's this coat and where's this jacket, and you're not doing that crazy mom dance in the morning that we sometimes have to do. And if you have the flexibility of a job where you don't have to rush and you don't have to get to work right away, and these are the mornings that maybe the alarm didn't go off, maybe you've slept in a little bit, give your child that leeway. It's okay to be late. It's okay to phone the school and say, you know what, we are running late. We're going to get there. Instead of rushing your child and not getting a proper breakfast into them, not getting that proper playtime, not getting all those things in a row that they need to do. And once their chain is broken, they are broken inside, and then their anxiety is going and their minds are going, and they're not ready to learn. So when these children get to the classroom, from the time you set them there in the classroom to recess time, it's a non-learning for them. They're not there. They're not awake. They're not properly ready to take in any schoolwork yet. So really important to get that really great night of sleep. Start early in the morning. If your child is a person that needs to have that routine of going to sleep at a certain time, make sure that you're home, make sure that you can start that routine, make sure that that routine is done for your child and for you. Because as a sleep deprived parent, you then are impaired, the next day, and you're working at your best. You're not working at your full capacity or your full potential to even drive your child. Your driving habits become impaired if night after night you're not getting a very good sleep. You're not being the very best parent that you can be, and it's not healthy for you. So we want to take care of ourselves so that we can take care of our children. So to help out with bedtime, routines are very important for children. They need to follow a schedule. Visual schedules, even better if you have something written out so that your child can follow it. But if your child doesn't need something to follow, that's okay too. So making sure that if it's having a bath, then a snack, and then going to bed, or have a snack bed, whichever routine that you have, stick to that routine for your child. Super important for them to have that routine because it's a plan and it's predictable for them, and they really need that predictability at bedtime. If you have a child that's scared of monsters under the bed, monsters in the closet, please know that these are real fears and they're scared. So do something about that. Get a flashlight, go on a monster search, go into the cupboards, go under the beds and the blankets, flash the flashlight outside so they can see what's going on. Something that I do with some of the kids that I work with is we make a monster potion, and that's just water and lavender oil, and we spray that all over the room, and we tell the kids that monsters don't like the monster potion, but it has lavender in it, and guess what? They fall asleep with lavender. So it's just a little trick for kids, which is great. The kids that keep coming out of bed, try to keep your conversation to a minimum. They will engage with you with more conversation, with more verbalization. So the first time is just like, you know what, this is what's going to happen. We're going to go to bed. I'm going to give you a kiss. I'm going to tell you I love you, and then I'm walking out the door. And have your child repeat that back to you in bed, hug and a kiss, good night, I love you, and then you walk out of the room. If that child continues to come out of the room, that's when we're not giving any more verbal anymore. We're carrying that child back into bed and we're putting them in bed. And when I say giving that child attention, that also means eye contact. Don't give any eye contact. Your child knows you love them. You know that you love your child. But sometimes you're going to get a little bit frustrated. You're going to get nervy and you want that child to go to sleep. So you want to just not give any facial contact and just lie your child gently back into bed and put the blankets over top of them. If your child needs you in the room, find a chair or somewhere to sit on the floor where you can, check your emails or do what you need to do, but you're away from the child, but you're still there, so they still feel safe with you in the room. Some families use diffusers. I have one in my room that I love using, and that helps me fall asleep. But like I said at the beginning of the video, having your child empty their day is going to be really, really great for them to be able to fall asleep and know that they don't have anything to worry about. I want to take a small amount of time to talk about screens before bed. Many children and many parents are using devices and screens for bedtime videos, bedtime stories. What these screens are doing to our kids is it's tricking our brains into thinking that it's daylight. And that is why a lot of these kids that have screen time before bed are having a really tough time falling asleep. Screens are a stimulant, and they do stimulate the brain, and it makes it really, really difficult for these kids to fall asleep. So just a little thing to think about when your child is going to bed. A book is the best medicine. I hope some of these tips are helpful for you and give you a little bit of extra help along your way, along your journey of parenthood. And these kids that just don't sleep and they keep us up. But keep going. You're doing a good job. You're a great parent. Know that. Look yourself in the eyes and say you're doing the best job that you can. I believe in you. And I hope you believe in yourself too. Thank you so much for tuning in to my web channel. Subscribe, ask questions, let me know how you're doing. I'd love to walk this journey along with you. So let me know how you're doing. I'm Janice Joseph, behavior consultant and parenting coach, and I look forward to hearing everything you have to say. Until next time, we'll see you later.